Hey guys, Jason here, and actually excited to go over this with you guys. I just want to talk some about the pros and cons of actually cloud mining, specifically with a company called Hashflare. There are a few companies out there, Genesis, BitConnect, and Hashflare. Those are the only three that I would actually trust. However, at this point, Hashflare seems to be the best one, as in you have to be paying and waiting some months to actually get started with Genesis. At this point, there's kind of a backorder thing going on, and BitConnect. I don't have too much experience with it, but I've heard good things as well. Hashflare, you simply can buy and get started right away and start earning bitcoins very quickly. There are some pros, there are some cons. Um, this video is only a 10-minute limit, so I'll try to cover as much as I possibly can for you. What I'd like you to know is I actually have pretty much almost 200 terahashes of bitcoins. Sorry, not bitcoins, of mining power with Hashflare. That costs right now about 30,000 US dollars to actually buy. So, with that said, um, the more you put in, the more you can possibly get out. But also, the more you put in, the more you can possibly lose. I started off with only 20 terahashes, and then I've tested it, and I kept increasing um, until to the number that you see me at right now, which is 196.6 to be exact. Now, a couple of things I do want to point out uh, to you for those who may not be familiar with the system is the revenue forecast. The revenue forecast on Hashflare. There's some things you need to know. First of all, what they forecast to you does not deduct the mining fees that they actually charge. So they actually deduct a fee. I've estimated it to be around 30%, anywhere from 25 to 35%. So I average it off to around 30. So whatever I see there, I always just pretty much minus 30% from that, because that's pretty much approximately of what I've seen coming off. So that's a little bit misleading, but you'll get used to it. If you really want to do a more in-depth calculation, you can use um, other websites like uh, Coin Wars, which is actually recommended by them as well. And I'll show you how to do that in a second. The second thing I'd like to bring to your attention is if you've purchased more hash rate like today, um, for example, let's say you have 100 terahash, let's say you have 10 terahash, then you purchase an additional 2.5. The revenue forecast will not include the new hash rate you purchased. For example, I currently have 196.6, but the revenue forecast over here is probably for about 165, 167, which is what I had before today's purchase. So you have to be careful of that. To always get an accurate figure or something close to what you need it to be, you can use a website like Coin Wars. So you could just go to your calculator, select Bitcoin, and you would kind of plug in the gigahash value for how much terahash you have. So pretty much we'll times it by 1,000. So that'll be 196,600 for my 196.6 terahash. This is normally defaulted to that 0.10, so 10% you would pretty much make that zero because you're actually not paying the power cost. With that, you could actually hit calculate, and it will simply do the calculations for you. Now, you'll go down. Keep in mind, again, it's giving you your daily amount, which shows 22.92 US dollars per day, 550. Sorry, 22.92 per hour, 550 per day, 3,850 per week, 16,000 per month, and 200,000 per year. Keep in mind, as I said, these calculations do not include the deduction that they take out, and I just normally average that off at 30% to be safe. So whatever you see here, you can take an estimated 30% off, and that will give you an equivalent or pretty close to what you should be getting. Now, for some of us who are probably doing business in Canada as well, or maybe dual citizens, um, what I do is Canadian dollars is usually about 30% different from US dollars. So I just look at this as Canadian dollars. Therefore, um, I'm always close to an accurate amount. I don't look at it as US dollars. Let me get back to Hashflare cover a couple more things. The other thing that I don't like with them is I really don't understand the pools. They let you actually select a couple of mining pools. Pretty much, it's three companies or three areas that mines. And you can actually set the percentage. When you first start, it will default at 33%, 33.33 each, which is a third exactly for each of them. And then they let you change it each day. So by actually changing it, it affects your payout levels. Another thing I don't understand with them is if you can see the seventh here, just try to zoom in. The seventh here, then the eighth. As you can see, there seemed to be a big drop there, and that would appear at the time where I actually bought more terahashes. So I don't understand why there would be a big drop. But keep in mind, this part here is per 1 terahash. So whatever terahashes you have, it kind of gives you how many Bitcoin you earn per terahash. Um, I know it does have a lot to do with the Bitcoin mining, which can change at any time, and also the price of Bitcoin, which can also change at any time. So you do have to understand it's an investment, and there's going to be some volatility. Hopefully that will change with Bitcoin being added to some of the exchanges. I have another 3 minutes in this video. I'll see what else I can cover. Um, the next thing I don't like with them is their payout, their withdrawal system. It does take a while. I only withdrew once, and it literally took me 48 hours to get that payment, which is fine because I did get it, and everything was okay with that. Most of the time, I try to just reinvest to try to get to 200 as quick as possible. My basic rule of thumb is just to set up, reach your goal of how many terahashes you want, and then from there, you pull out 70% and continue to reinvest 30%. Therefore, as your contracts expire, you will always have something coming. So, for example, if you signed up March, and hopefully use my link, which I'll put below to sign up. If you sign up, say for example, in December for 10 terahashes, and then in January you sign up for another 10, obviously the first 10 will expire in exactly 365 days, and then the second a month later. So it expires like that. So if you buy it smart in a smart way, you will always have a good amount um, as your contracts expire, and you could keep building. Because this is Bitcoin, I don't see it getting as bad as some other cryptocurrencies in terms of the mining, because the price keeps going up, and with the price keep going up, you have to understand with the difficulty there will be some kind of evening out there. So with that said, the next thing you really need to know is let me just see if I can pull it up here. Next thing you really need to know is that you could mine other coins as well, such as Litecoin, ETH, Dash, anything like that. I do not suggest it. I suggest sticking to Bitcoin right now. Like I said, use my link to sign up. Anyone that used my link to sign up, I will be more than happy to help them. As a matter of fact, I'll be more than happy to help answer any questions for anyone. I find this to be a great way for a lot of us to make a lot of money, and I'd love to help out anybody I can. My link to sign up, I'll be more than happy to answer some questions. If you do a big purchase and you want to do a big purchase, you could talk to me. I'll probably send you back some of whatever Hashflare gives me for referring you. I'm about helping, and that's the main thing here for me. So it's almost 10 minutes now, so I'm going to try to wrap up this video. Again, I will put my link down there for you guys to sign up. I'll add any other information I think is necessary. Comment, share, and pretty much we'll take it from there. I thank you very much for watching. Again, this is Jason, and hopefully subscribe. Hopefully we could all make some money together here. Any new tips, anything I see happen to me, I will share. I'll give you guys updates. Like I said, I put 30,000 US into this, and if it doesn't work out, I mean, I will share everything with you guys. So maybe no one makes mistakes that I make, but from what I see, there's really no way to lose. It may take some time to get your money back, but at this point, it's something I think everyone should jump into. Start small, reinvest, use my link, ask questions, and this is the way to go. This is getting on the stock exchanges. Everyone will be on this, guys. Thanks. Good night. Bye bye.